The New York Knicks have won 8 straight games. The last time we lost, you'd have to go back to December 11th. We could be talking about the Knicks going a month straight without losing. They're just on fire. The only tough game is going to be Friday at OKC, January 3rd. The rest, the Knicks are going to win pretty comfortably, in my opinion. And they've been beating up on bad teams. To start the year, the Knicks just didn't have the effort and the consistency to go out there and to beat the teams they were supposed to, which is why we started the season 5-6. But now the Knicks are not messing around. They're treating every game the same. Josh Hart just played the best game of his season, if I'm being completely honest. 23 points, 15 rebounds, 10 assists, so his third triple-double of the year, 2 steals, 4 of 8 from 3. Hart had more than half of our points in the second quarter. He was just absolutely locked in this one. Mikal Bridges gave us 13 points. OG gave us 18. Karl Anthony Towns, 32 points, 13 rebounds, just dominated. The thing with Cat that he's shown me this year that he hasn't in years past is just wanting the physicality. Jonas Valanciunas had a very good game. He ended up finishing with 22 points and 8 boards in 21 minutes. Him and Cat were going at it. And that's just the difference from Cat now versus, like I said, the past couple of years, really his entire career, is he's just accepting the physicality. We saw, of course, what he did with Wagner against the Magic. And he's just on a different level right now. Top 10 in three-point percentage as a 7-footer is just crazy. And the efficiency tonight was just through the roof. I mean, he ended up shooting the ball 13 and 19. Did miss all 3 of his threes, but again, when the three's off, can you still contribute? And Cat certainly did. And then last but certainly not least was Jalen Brunson with 18 points and 6 assists. The efficiency, 6 of 17 isn't the worst, I guess, but 1 of 6 from 3. Brunson's 3 balls has been on and off this season, but they didn't even need him to score tonight. It was just all Hart and Cat. And the bench was actually pretty good. Miles McBride had 8 points. Landry Shamet had 6 points. And then you get 3 from Campaign, 5 from Machua. Again, the Knicks have the best scoring starting 5 in basketball, so just getting that type of production off of your bench is going to be very valuable because the starters are normally going to get 100 points, just them. So then if you can get, what's 3 plus 5 is 8, 8 plus 8 is 16. And then, of course, 16 plus 6 is going to be 22. So that's going to get it done. With the way the Knicks defense is playing, you'll definitely take that. 34% from 3, not the best. 45.9% from the field, not the best. But the Knicks had 34 assists, which I'm not sure if that's the most on the season. It's got to be right up there if it isn't. The ball was moving freely tonight. No one was being selfish. And that's exactly why the Knicks have been winning, because they're playing lockdown defense and they're spreading the basketball over and they're not turning it over. 7 turnovers is very, very elite, especially to 34 assists. And no one on the Wizards gave us trouble tonight. Brogdon was solid at 18 and 7. Kuz came back and logged 21 minutes off the bench at 9 points, but there just wasn't anyone out there who truly was an issue for the Knicks. The one guy who kind of gave us trouble was Jonas Valanciunas, 22 and 8, almost had his highest scoring game of the year, 10 of 13. He was giving Cat the business, but that's why Cat turned it up a notch, because he realized that, hey, look, this is not acceptable. I'm not going to let this old man cook me. And in the fourth quarter, the Knicks outscored the Wizards 29 to 18. The third quarter, they outscored them 38 to 31. So the second half was much better than the first, because the last time we played the Wizards, it's like 59 to 59 at the half. There was also the game against the Magic that was similar. This was the same thing. So just to see the Knicks say, okay, enough of this. We've got to get this win. And now being 23 and 10 on the season, the Knicks are now currently, at the time we are recording this, a half game back of the Boston Celtics for the number 2 seed and 5 games back of the Cavs for the number 1 seed. I find it hard to believe that the Knicks will not pass both of them by the end of the year. As long as they stay healthy, and Mitch is going to be coming back as well, this team is locked in. This is as locked in as I've seen the Knicks probably since, I would say, January of last year, where they were the best team in basketball. Just everything is working right now. The Knicks are also winning games, not shooting it well. Beginning of the year, the Knicks had to shoot it scorching hot to even have a chance because their defense was that bad. But now the chemistry is just through the roof. You can just see the way the guys are playing. It's not even just the statistics, but just the body language out there, the continuity, the chemistry. Everything is just flowing so well. And in turning on a Knicks game is as fun as it's been, like I said, since the playoffs, because there was a lot of uncertainty coming into the season without Randall, Devo, of course, Mitch starting hurt, and Nachua gets hurt in the preseason, a lot of new faces, but the Knicks are as good as ever. And I mean, on the season, they're now 11-4 on the road, very, very good. And then of course, or no, they're not. I think we're 13-6 actually. We're 10-4 at home is what I was thinking of. And then of course, 9-2 in our last 11 games, 8-game win streak. Just absolutely beautiful, man. Shout out to head coach Tom Thibodeau for just consistently being able to put the Knicks in a situation to succeed. It's funny because I was looking at my old content, and I don't know when it was. It was Brunson's first year. I remember I made a short that sort of blew up saying to fire Coach Thibodeau. And last season, of course, the Knicks had 50 wins, second seed in the East. I thought he honestly should have been Coach of the Year just given the injuries that the Knicks had to deal with. And this year, once again, it's been great. Cat's having the best season of his career. Josh Hart literally is playing like an all-star. OG's fantastic. And the bench is going to be the one thing for the Knicks is how much can they get out of the bench. Miles McBride, campaign, definitely love those pieces. Mitch is going to be huge. You got Achua. And then, of course, Landry Shamet, I think, is going to be kind of the wild card because his shooting, when he's on, 2 of 2 tonight from 3, both of them off of the move. He shoots the ball a lot like Dante DiVincenzo. He's not a guy that's going to shoot 40 from 3 and, of course, break the single-season record. But he's a guy who can just get hot in a hurry and can absolutely change the Knicks' ceiling. Having a lethal shooter like that you can put in to get hot, I mean, that's big time because the Knicks have shooters. Like, the Knicks are very good at shooting. Bridges. I mean, really, all 5 guys in their starting lineup, even Josh Hart is about 40 from 3. He's probably there now with how good of a game he just had. I mean, you're looking at the entire starting lineup essentially being 38% from 3 or higher. So the Knicks have shooters, but it's just Landry Shamet. The way he shoots to me is just different. He's in there to shoot. He's also moving well without the ball. Glad to have him back. And then, of course, we got our third string like Matt Ryan, Jacob Toppin, Sims, and Kolek and these guys. That's something to monitor as well. I'd like to see more of these guys. It's just Tibbs does not trust them because if the Knicks, let's say there's 5 minutes left in the game and the Knicks are up 20, they actually could lose that by going to the third string. So that's sort of the thing is, Tibbs is going to have to get more trust out of those guys. And he even went with, he's always got at least a couple of starters out there, but late in this game, I mean, Josh Hart was in this game up until the final couple of minutes. You can't really blame him for it. These NBA players are making tons and tons of money, so it's their responsibility to be in the best shape possible. But, of course, moving forward, I would like to see the Knicks bench just continue to dial up and be great, and hopefully that can be a thing to come for the remainder of the season. But our next game is going to be, Wednesday, January 1st against the Utah Jazz. We've won 8 in a row, looking to make it 9. Friday night Knicks is going to be awesome. That's actually at Oklahoma City against the Thunder. So we'll get a look at Isaiah Hartenstein. Should be a fun one. And then Saturday back-to-back at Chicago. Monday versus Orlando. There's a lot of winnable games coming up. The Knicks just need to continue to do what they've been doing, guys. Have a great rest of your night. My name is Nick Staley. I'm out. Peace.